Hi everyone, it's Mari here. Welcome back to the Honeybee channel. I'm going to be making this sweet card for you today with some really cool dies for creating a scene. I'm going to be using the Lovely Layers Fireplace die and the Halloween Fireplace add-on. And yeah, I just had so much fun die cutting these papers for this sweet little project. I'm going to be using papers from the Grain and Grunge and the Sweet and Spooky paper pads. And I'm starting off here. I've used the A2 scallop die from Honeybee to die cut out a piece of white cardstock for my card front. And then I used a piece of that Sweet and Spooky paper to just create the inner part of my card front here. And that's going to be the background for my little scene. Now I've used a little piece of paper from Grain and Grunge to create the floor of my living room, and that's going to be the perfect place for this sweet little mat that I die cut from pink cardstock. Now I die cut the fireplace base from Craft, and I'm taking a pencil. This is a Prismacolor brown pencil, and I'm just going over the embossed lines on the project here and just coloring around those bricks or stones on the fireplace just to give them a little bit more definition so that you can actually see the little stones that create those interesting details on this gorgeous fireplace. Now, as part of this die set, you do get so many details, so you can create any sort of color scheme with your fireplace that you choose because there's so many layers. So I'm using a really soft gray for all of the little details that surround the stone on the fireplace here. So you can see that I'm layering up that mantle with the different pieces. Here, just again, these are all cut from the same color, but each one of the dies has increasingly more detail as you go ahead and die cut all of these extra little pieces that are part of this die set. So the fireplace die set's very cool. And then Honeybee is coming out with all of these different seasonal add-ons for the fireplace. So there you can just see that molding for the top and then the bottom. And now there's a bunch of dies that cut out details for the inner part of the fireplace where the fire actually is. So here I'm using some black and some dark gray. I just wanted to show you here, there's also a die for a cauldron for inside of your fireplace if you want that as part of your scene. I'm actually going to be using the little fire dies to create an actual little fire in my fireplace here. So I've die cut out the logs with some brown cardstock, and here you can just see that I've used a combination of yellow and orange cardstock for the fire details that are part of the inside of that fireplace. Just using my Honeybee tweezers and my Honeybee glue, which I love, and using those to just help me put this together. Then I'll just go ahead and glue that inside of the fireplace here, and you can just see how the fireplace is coming together. Now this little piece is sort of like the place for the little grate to sit on in the front, and I've die cut that from some silver cardstock. And now I'm just going to go ahead and get my rug glued down to my background. And now I'll get my fireplace glued to my background as well. And we can start to put together the different detail pieces that are part of this scene as well. So actually, I forgot my columns for the sides of my fireplace. So I'm just going to go ahead and add those on now. And you can just see how all of these little details have been so well thought of. And this is just a really well thought out die set. I love it so much. And you can see these little toppers for the side moldings there as well. These are just some little brick details. And again, you could die cut these from whatever color of cardstock you would like to really personalize your little fireplace. So again, adding this little molding piece to the top. And now I've die cut the little the little chair that's going to sit in front of the fireplace from some pinks and kind of a purpley pink. Going to go ahead and adhere the two base pieces to the bottom piece. The bottom piece I actually cut from gray so that the little legs of the chair are gray. And here's the sweet little ghost, which I actually die cut from Spellbinder's glitter foam. And so the ghost is going to be kind of like a really cool sparkly white. And I've added the eyes and the mouth to the little ghost there. And now I'm just finishing up that chair. There's also a set of dies in this set, the add-on, that creates this little book, which is so sweet. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that glued together and put that in the hands of the ghost. And then there's another piece actually that die cuts the overlay of the arm and the hand, which you can then set that over top of the ghost base. Now I'm going to create the little basket that's part of the add-on, and I've done that with some craft, and I'm going to die cut the little pillow from orange and put that into the basket as well. So that's super cute. There's so many really sweet little details with this add-on set, and I'm going to put a little blanket over the edge of the chair there. Now for the mantle, I'm going to add a little bit of a spider web, and that was die cut from the Spellbinder's Sparkle Foam in black. And then there's also a little die in the add-on to create this really festive little autumn um, a banner, and this is made from, I've die cut from some craft, and you can see I'm adding the little acorn bases with a dark brown and then the leaves with orange. And then I did die cut the little bows. I actually die cut the whole piece again from an aqua or teal cardstock, and then just trimmed out the little bows to overlay over top of the bow base, and that's just going to create this really cute little garland for the top of the fireplace. Now there's also a die to create a candelabra, and I really love this. I thought it was super cute. I've got that put together now, and then there's also a little lamp which I've die cut from black, and then I'm adding the shade in teal and the little details in pink. So I'll just add the lamp over to the side of the fireplace on the right there. And I'm just going to take an Olo marker in orange, and I'm just going to color in the flame on the candles. And now I'm just going to add my candelabra to the top of the mantle of the fireplace. I love how this is coming together. I think it's just super cute. Now I've added some foam tape onto the back of my card front, and I'm going to adhere that onto an A2 size top folding white card base. And I'm just going to add a few details with my white gel pen here, just to give this a little bit more detail and interest. You can see there I added a little white line to the acorns. I'm going to add some polka dots to my lampshade. I just think that looks really cute. And then I'll just add a little highlight here and there with my gel pen onto some of the different objects on the project, just to, like I said, give them a little more interest and detail. Now I'm going to just take a brown Prismacolor pencil here again and add some detail on the basket, and then I'll add a little bit of teal detail onto that little blanket, and then I'm going to add some red detail to the fire. Now I did create a sentiment for my project using the stamp and coordinating die set from Hocus Pocus, and I stamped out the sentiment in black ink, and then you can just see I'm attaching it here with a little bit of foam adhesive, and that is going to finish off my project. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me today. I did link up in the description box below to all of the different products that I've used from the Honeybee shop, so you can check out those links there. Thanks, friends, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.